So yeah, we're heading to Welshpool today, which is in Wales, not far into Wales. We're going to go and have some breakfast with a friend over there who you may know. Just about to fly over home on my way out, but it's always nice to visit this part of the world. Clear, bro. Look at all these flies around the tail. You can tell summer's coming, can't you? But that also means it's a beautiful day. And we're going to go and get some breakfast and hopefully leave all these flies behind at Gamston. So let's get on board and go and grab some brekkie. Clear, bro.
Gamston Radio, good morning. Golf Bravo November Oscar Mike. Request radio check and airfield information. 1 POB VFR to Welshpool.
Golf Bravo November Oscar Mike. Gamston Radio, good morning. Readability 5. Runway 14 right down to QNH 1011.
14 right hand QNH 1011. Golf Oscar Mike.
So, all a bit different today at Gamston. The main runway is shut, so we do have a cross runway. Well, it's not quite a cross runway, it doesn't go across the other runway at all, it's right down the other end of the airfield. It's a bit of a taxi out. And we're using that today, which is the first time I've used that one, so that's going to be interesting, isn't it? So we have to taxi all the way down to this other runway, and there's only...
Golf November helicopter, we're flying all 14.
Golf November Foxtrot, roger. Surface wind 1403 knots.
So we have to taxi down here, and it's only room for one aircraft, so I need to make sure there's nothing coming the other way.
Golf Oscar Mike, just confirm there's no effects going down to Charlie.
Golf Oscar Mike, nothing to affect your crossing.
Taxi into Charlie then, Golf Oscar Mike.
So yeah, as you can see, 0321 is shut because they are doing some work, and I think they're just like moving the runway to one side or something, or remarking it and putting some new lights in and stuff, because they're doing some work here, and the airfield's been bought by some sort of automotive company who are going to be doing some testing for cars and things here.
Oscar Mike, crossing.
Golf Juliet, Echo, roger, nothing to affect.
So I've not been down this way before, so this is going to be fun and interesting. So we have to come down here. So we have to come and do our power checks here at Charlie, which is a new hold. We have to sort of pull in here, do our power checks, and it's a very short runway as well, so much shorter than the original one. So we're going to come in here.
Golf Oscar Mike, ready for departure, holding short of 14 at Charlie 1.
Golf Oscar Mike, roger, nothing to affect your backtrack.
Entering backtrack in 14, Golf Oscar Mike.
Okay, let's go.
Golf Oscar Mike, taking off 14.
Wind 1505.
Okay, power set. T's and P's all in the green. Well, this feels weird, taking off this way. It's very rare that we have the airfield in our left as we're taking off. Like
1802, downwind, asymmetric 14 right, 2 left.
1902, roger.
Okay, there we go. Airborne from Gamston, runway 14. First time ever using that runway. There we go. That was fun. Let's head to Welshpool and go and get some breakfast.
Golf Oscar Mike departing to the south, changing to East Mids 134-180.
Golf Oscar Mike, roger, have a good day, mate.
I'll see you later, Golf Oscar Mike.
Alright, so first point of call to do will be to Trent. Which is going to be, we're going to be intercepting about the 250 radial for Trent. There it is. Flying at 2,500 feet today.
Golf November Fox Gamston.
Radar, good morning, Golf Bravo November Oscar Mike, requesting traffic service.
Golf Bravo November Oscar Mike, East Midlands Radar, squawk 4552, pass message.
Short 4552 Golf, Bravo November, Oscar Mike, PA28 routing Gamston to Welshpool, presently just a bit north of Mansfield, 2,500 feet, QNH 1011, requesting a traffic service.
Golf Oscar Mike, QNH correct.
QNH correct, Golf Oscar Mike.
Rhino 100 Tango, turn right heading 180 degrees, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Riding 180 degrees, descent altitude 3,000 feet, Rhino 100 Tango.
Just about to fly over home on my way out. So right at this moment in time, Rachel is right down there having a massage. So I'm really sorry if I'm annoying you by flying my plane over your massage and interrupting your peace and serenity, Rach. So yeah, we're heading to Welshpool today, which is in Wales, not far into Wales. We're going to go and have some breakfast with a friend over there who you may know, but you'll find out at the end of the video who that is. And we're heading, our route is going to take us effectively to the Trent VOR, and from Trent across to the Shorbury VOR, and then across to Welshpool. So the reason I've taken a traffic service from East Midlands today is because the Trent VOR, where I'm literally overhead now actually, you remember how my tail was at the beginning of the flight with all those flies swarming around it? Well, that's what Trent's like on a nice day like this, but that instead of flies it's all aeroplanes, and everybody sort of moves towards that one beacon on a nice day, and that's pretty much what's happening today. So I've taken a traffic service so they can tell us who is where, and yeah, so next stop is Shorbury, which is 116.8, which we'll do him in a minute. 116.8, there we go, just past Trent. So then this should flick around in a minute.
East Midlands radar, good morning, Golf Bravo Mike, Kilo Romeo for a basic service in zone transit.
Golf Bravo Mike, Kilo Romeo, East Midlands radar, stand by, remain outside control airspace.
Remain outside, Golf Kilo Romeo.
Golf Oscar Mike, can see no further traffic to affect, radar service terminates. Squawk conspicuity, suggest your free call Shorbury radar 133.150, bye bye.
Score 7000, we'll move to this Shorbury now, 13315, Golf Oscar Mike, thanks for the help. Shorbury zone, good morning, Golf Bravo November, Oscar Mike, request basic service.
I'm calling Shorbury zone, pass your message, say again your call sign.
It's Golf Bravo November, Oscar Mike, we're PA28 routing Gamston to Welshpool, presently 7 miles southeast of Stoke-on-Trent at 4,500 feet, QNH 1010, and we'll be routing overhead your map if that's possible, Golf Oscar Mike.
Golf Oscar Mike, what type of service?
Basic service, sorry, Golf Oscar Mike.
Golf Oscar Mike, squawk 7426, basic service, Shorbury QNH 1010.
7426, basic service 1010, Golf Oscar Mike.
Golf Oscar Mike, if you're going to plan to maintain the altitude, you'll be well above our map.
ATM will be remaining at 4,500, Golf Oscar Mike.
So Stoke-on-Trent down there, home of course to famous YouTuber 03 Delta, who also happens to edit these videos, so hiya. And there's your house down there, mate, somewhere, Stoke-on-Trent, like your old house. So we're going to be well above Shorbury zone, which is nice. That was the plan, 4,500, so we don't need to penetrate their mats. That sounds really like kinky, doesn't it? Mat penetration.
Tell me something good.
But no, we're not going to be penetrating anybody's mats today. We're going to be above at 4,500 feet, and they only go up to 3,500 feet, so we are well clear. But always nice to let them know, and that's why I'm speaking to them really, so they know that we're going to be overhead, just in case they have anybody else wanting to penetrate.
Tell me that you love me, yeah.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Golf Echo Romeo, Roger, would you like to hand over to Harden?
Hard on.
Sorry, can't
this
do
is
this.
absolutely diabolical behaviour.
It's fine, thank you ma'am, we'll just free call, thank you.
I've got to fly to hard on at some point, just to say that I've flown into hard on. It's up near Chester way, I think, and they fly the Beluga in there actually. Imagine that, Beluga hard on into hard on. So there you go. We'll be there at some point. I was thinking about it today, but I don't think I'm going to have much time because the weather's sort of only giving us half a day today, so never mind, we'll just do Welshpool in Wales. Right, so almost, well, we're not entering their mats, we're flying over their mats, we're almost over their mats now. We're 4,200 odd feet. I don't want to be too high now, so I don't mind dropping a little bit here, just because as long as we still stay clear of them, because then I've got to sort of descend afterwards. So if I can get down to 4,000 here, just where I am, roughly just above it, we're still clear of their mats, and it means we're low enough to do our approach into Welshpool, which is going to be fun because Welshpool's sort of in a valley surrounded by mountains and stuff. So it's yeah, going to be a cool approach and landing, hopefully, into Welshpool. Never been before. Bit of a challenge, so I'm looking forward to it. So Shawbury, that we are about to fly right over the top of, it's a military base, hence why they have a MAT. It's a military ATZ. And I don't know what they do there actually. I think it's helicopters, I believe, like military, like army helicopters and stuff. So yeah, so that's fun. And then we've got, just before that, there's another airport up here. Where are we just to the south of at the moment? Turnhill, I think. And Tilstock, which is that way, which is para-dropping. So it's like literally anything that the military do, they sort of do it in this little area here. Oh yeah, there we go. There's that airfield there with the helipads on it. Peplo to the left, little airfield. That looks nice actually there, little airstrip. Okay, so we have a bit more cloud over this way as we sort of anticipated. The weather isn't quite as nice as it was at Gamston, but that's okay because it's still well within limits, and we can see for miles still, even though it's a little bit more hazy and miserable, murky now as we're over towards Wales. Sleep, that's another airport over there actually that I wanted to visit for a while. It does look pretty nice. See it down there actually in the distance. It's like a nice little airfield. I love this part of the world where it's not quite Wales and not quite England, and it's all sort of hilly and beautiful and nice. It's a nice part of the country and really sort of isolated from like a lot of the big cities when you go further east as well, so it's quite nice down here. There's like nothing around, little towns and things, but it's always nice to visit this part of the world. It's a lovely part of the country. So there's Shrewsbury. How do you say Shrewsbury? Never know. Shrewsbury sounds very posh, very posh. So Shrewsbury. So I don't know. But that's down there on the nose anyway. Let me take a quick shot. Just so that you all know which Shrewsbury I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about some Shrewsbury in Indiana or something like that. There it is. There's Shrewsbury. So my plan for Welshpool, if they're not too busy, is to join on a long final for runway 22. I think they'll be on 22. If not, it'll be a right-hand, is it a left-hand circuit for 04, isn't it? That's a left-hand circuit for both runways. There's a high circuit. It's a 1,500 foot, the circuit, because of all the high terrain around them. So this will be a fun one, won't it? The problem with the NDB and the ADF, using the ADF to find Welshpool, is that with it being in a valley, there is a lot of sort of high terrain around it, so you don't necessarily get a signal from their NDB when you're this far out. So at the minute it's sort of dropped off a bit, so okay, that's fine. We know where we're heading, so I'm going between those two hills there, which is then going to take us on to sort of a final approach. But I'm going to speak to Welshpool in a minute, make sure that what runway they're on, and then we can, yeah.
Takeoff, might request frequency change to Welshpool now 128.005.
Golf Oscar Mike, Roger, Golf 7003, call en route, good day.
7003, call en route, Golf Oscar Mike, thanks. Welshpool radio, good morning, Golf Bravo November, Oscar Mike, inbound.
Golf Alpha Mike, we're using runway 22, we have a QFE of 1004.
221004, Golf Bravo November, Oscar Mike, and we're 5 miles to the west of Shrewsbury at the minute, around 4,000 feet.
Oscar Mike.
So 1004, 1004. So this is their QFV. They're on 22. So we're going to join on the sort of a long final. So we don't really want to be dropping below 2,500 feet until the airfield is in sight. So we'll leave that at that. And this is where the fun begins. Okay, so concentrating now.
Golf Romeo Mike, lining up, runway 22.
Smoke going out.
Romeo Mike.
So we're going to fly down the Severn Valley. Anything changes, we climb. We've got no airspace above us to be worried about, so if we have any issues at all, and we're not happy, we just climb away. The terrain goes up to about 2,500 in this area.
Golf Romeo Mike, taking off, runway 22. Romeo Mike, winds calm. Golf Oscar Mike, airfield in sight, joining on a 7-mile final, runway 22. Oscar Mike, I've got one aircraft in the circuit. Roger, we'll give way to him, Golf Oscar Mike.
Okay, it's power lines to the right. Slightly displaced threshold.
Oscar Mike, are you requiring fuel? Negative, Golf Oscar Mike. Can you just park in? Roger, if you just carry on along the hard, and then at the end of the fence line there's a taxiway on your left. If you take that, a grass taxiway, take that and park the other side of the India Victor. Roger, we'll continue to the end and then onto the grass taxiway next to India Victor. Golf Oscar Mike. Oscar Mike.
So then welcome to Welshpool in Welsh, Wales, and here's the man himself, the man of the hour.
The man himself?
The man himself, Mr. John Hunt, the flying reporter.
Good.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good landing, by the way.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
I thought it was really good. I was impressed with that.
Not often people will tell me that, and you're an instructor as well now.
Yeah, so that's official.
It means it's official now, yeah. So you've flown up from Redhill today then?
I have, yes, just a short, it was an hour. Actually, isn't that amazing? You can go from Surrey to mid-Wales in an hour.
It's incredible, yeah, same for me. From Nottinghamshire to here in an hour, it's about a 3-hour drive normally. So yeah, it's a benefit of aviation, isn't it?
It's nice here, nice view, nice and hot.
Lovely, isn't it? A nice sausage butty for his breakfast as well, which was nice. So yeah, well, I'm going to head off now and see about heading back, and I think you were doing the same, aren't you?
Yeah, going to head back, try and battle through the rain on the way home. I think
who would have thought it that Wales is nicer than the southeast?
Exactly.
Just typical when you want to fly to the southeast, isn't it? I think that's the thing. But yeah, and yeah, well, from our point of view, thanks very much for watching. As always, take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.